Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to TCS eSports League. We've already had one game tonight. That was just an absolute spectacular game, actually. Even though it was a 3-0 sweep, Servet versus Sir coming out with the win, it was super close. Near enough one goal separating these two teams in two of the games, first and third. And it was in overtime nonetheless, so really close. Well done from both sides, but unfortunately for Servet, Sir is going to take the win. This then leads us into game number 2, Silent Gaming versus MnK. Two teams that could not win a single game last week, so they're both sitting at the bottom essentially. This is the time to shine for one of them, as they need to rise out of that lower position, near enough take the mid-table, ain't it, Jay?
Yeah, this is going to be a fight for the mid-table, as you say. Two teams we expect to be sitting around about that mid-table, certainly could have a chance to take that 4th position and go to the LAN. And Silent Gaming obviously getting in at the very, very last hurdle, obviously. Those who are keeping up with the league, you'll know that the Juicy Kids were a team that qualified, but unfortunately couldn't field a full roster in the end, so they had to give up their spot, and Silent Gaming were the ones that took that spot, which is absolutely fantastic for the guys. I absolutely love the boys from Silent. And yeah, great to see them here, great to see them competing here against the MnK side. Unfortunately, though, I feel like MnKs are probably the favourite team in this matchup.
See, MnK, like I said, they don't have the mechanics, which Silent do in a lot of regards, but MnK have a lot better team chemistry going for them. They couldn't show it off last week, and it was a bit of a shame, but Silent Gaming, they're either really hot with that team chemistry, or most of the time, near enough 3 minutes of the match, they're not. It's just all solo plays. Silent Gaming, that's what they've got to work on, which is good because we're in a league play and they can, you know, develop as time goes on. There's, what, 14 matches in total and we're only on the second one. So Silent Gaming, not to worry about. MnK as well, they need to work on those mechanics, which again, 14 weeks to do it upon is enough for them. But these two teams need to start getting the wins now because essentially, for MnK, who I think are above, like you said, above Silent Gaming, like in a ranking sort of situation, they need this win. If they lose this, Silent Gaming is going to get a massive boom from it because every win counts. It's as simple as that.
Yeah. You know, every win does count indeed. We play each team twice, so there's only so many chances that you'll have available to you to try and qualify for the LAN. Again, only the top 4 teams will go to the LAN in Switzerland. So, you know, shots are limited, and especially if you can take one right here and take a victory upset against the MnK side. Silent will definitely love to have it. And let's see whether they will be able to do so. It's game 1 going live. Silent in the blue side, MnK's in the orange. They're going to kick things off out towards the midfield. Syntax, the man of the moment, certainly one of the standout players for Silent as a whole, and for all of their opportunities. The ball drops straight in, however, from Sad MnK, you're going to try and put it into the back of the net. Unfortunately, not going to be able to take the opportunities. Goes back towards the orange side of the pitch. Shots taken by the Silent side, which will continue to play out.
You've noticed this week as well, MnK are playing with a sub. No bad MnK this week. Instead, we've got Sabo Muffins. We're just going to say Muffins for short to make it nice and easy. So, another big test for MnK. But a good one for us, Jays. We're going to be able to see what their sub can bring to the table.
Just like this Muffins and block us on Twitter when we say anything bad about him. So, out towards the box of the Silent Gaming side, and 2 good shots being set up by the MnK squad. Silent's able to return fire back towards the corner. He will be Sad MnK. Good shot. Silent's able to take control. Walk out towards the corner. MnK turn back towards their side of things. Death MnK in particular. Take control. Stab Muffins dribbling out, lacking on the boost spot because Silent just stole that 100. So he couldn't quite follow it all the way around the wall side and get a good shot set up for his team. So unfortunately blocked by that quick boost steal. And Syntax will take control as a result. Italy also in the mid position. Good shot going to be denied again with a defensive block at the very last second. So Death MnK taking control out to the corner. Good set up for Sabo, but nope. Denied again by the defensive assignment as they continue to keep things at 0.
Yeah, one thing I love about this game so far, Jay, is we're not getting that ping-pong stage. Both these two teams are comfortable with each other. They're coming on in and then making sure that they get a win. Remember, they played against each other quite a few times in the qualifiers. The problem for Silent Gaming is that MnK got the majority of the wins. Again, though, MnK do have that sub, so this is near enough anyone's game. And so we just got to let it all unfold for us guys at home in chat.
Could well be. Right now we're approaching half-time, 0-0. Good ball control, however, from Syntax and Co. Pass match towards Eel. He's going to set that one off the backboard dot right in front of the net, but no third man up close and personal against Silent playing in the midfield, trying to play it safe for Silent Gaming. Obviously, we saw how their run throughout the qualifiers went for virtually every single week, and were shut down at very last moment opportunities, especially in those finals where they, in the last couple of weeks, couldn't quite take the spots, and unfortunately it was down those mistakes. So nice to see them playing a little bit more carefully, but again, it's the same sort of situation as we just saw with Civet, and the fact that they're not taking as many shots as they probably would like to. Syntax trying to set Silence up for a good shot right there. Italy off towards the corner, trying to redirect it in. Oh, that's on target, but off the post, and the defensive wraps up to clear it away from the blue, towards the blue half.
Yeah, that was well done as well in the defense to just near enough take it away. Nice and calm. Generally in those situations you panic, and that's where you get those cheeky little goals just put away where it's often mistakes. Nice to see here, and Jay, I wouldn't have thought it would be 0-0 at this point between these two, as they're more aggressive teams instead of defensive.
Questioning the chemistry level of MnK at the moment, especially. Obviously, a team that plays so well together as a three-man unit. You're saying not the most mechanically gifted, but certainly have that chemistry together. With a second-man unit and a third-man stub. Sub. Great pinch hammer coming in from them. So maybe I'm entirely wrong, but you know, a third-man sub, does that bring into question anything about this team's line of form, really? Which we'll get into a little more of a discussion a bit later, because right now they are playing out towards this corner. Trying to take control, MnK and Synox. Not particular challenging, going to try and go for a solo play out to Syntax towards the other side. Oh, too close and goes off the crossbar instead. So we're at 1 minute on the clock and still 0-0.
That's just a feels bad, man, hitting it way too far to left. And like you're saying about team plays there, they were looking for that pinch, and that is remarkable. So, it still gets even spicier without any goals, which is quite peculiar.
Similar situation to Sir versus Civet. 45 seconds remain on the clock, and we could be seeing another overtime here in game number 1. Syntax out to Synox, good chip touch. 2 players going to double commit to the defensive, and they clear it far enough away and far away from Silent players that they're unable to get a good shot. Never mind, Italy getting it above the defender and scoring the first with only 30 seconds to go.
A bar down from Italy here, just straight up and over defense. Not reach it, just too fast. That was a perfect shot from Italy. Taking his team 1-0 ahead here. MnK needs to reply, Jay.
30 seconds to do so. Looks like Silent might be taking game number 1 right here. Syntax in Italy. Ball control past the first. MnK off that backboard, but unable to double touch it back in. The defensive just about lines up, and it goes back into the orange half where Eel is, and again control. A fantastic shot from him to get it past the last man. It's 2-0 on the board for Silent.
You gotta remember as well, we have not seen Italy on this roster until I think it was about the 3rd qualifier, Jays. You know, there's a lot of problems for him. Coming back, you can see during the first half of this, he just wasn't doing that striker role. As soon as he picks up, moves downfield, near enough it's told probably there by Syntax, no, we want you to sit in our opponent's half, just near enough the entire game. He just picks up 2 quick goals straight away.
2-0 on the board here for Silent. They're going to be able to take game number 1. A close match right up until that last 30-second marker, Bacon. And Silent are going to be able to put the MnKs on notice for game number 1. The first game in towards their favour in this best of 5.
Yep. Straight away in Silent Game's favour. We expect this to go in MnK's way. Those 2 little goals were really explosive there in the last 30 seconds, so I don't want to take too much away from them. What we're really going to see is about the first half of this game is going to be the massive decider. Silent Gaming do have a momentum from the win, so if they can carry it through into this game, they could then take it through and take the whole series. We could see another sweep here, Jay, if Silent Gaming play really well.
Looks like we've got a game crash over on the Silent side. I imagine we might be remaking the lobby for that. It looks like that might be the case. I'm sure we'll have some information about that. Yeah. So Syntax is down, man down on the Silent side, and of course the worst person as well, the main man, the leader almost of that particular roster.
Yep, now we're just going to play spectating the empty lobby. Not the empty lobby such, as these players are still playing, but I'm going to be commentating over their dance moves.
Sorry.
Synox upside down. Ooh.
Everyone's upside down. This is Turtle League now. This is beautiful. I love this.
Let's see what they can pull out here. DevMonk can't keep control of the ball. Italy in reverse. This is unorthodox plays. Gets it down to the middle. And we're all leaving the lobby. All we can say from this, Jay, is that both these teams are equally good at turtle ball.
Maybe we should make a spin-off league. Totally.
That's it. A new project from us.
A brand new project. Let's do it. Obviously, we're going to give Syntax the opportunity to jump straight back into the matchup and quickly reboot his game. Obviously, we've had a couple of patch problems. I don't know if you noticed, but yeah, there we go. Just small technical problem. Obviously, we'll quickly rename the lobby so Syntax can get back in. So no problems, nothing really of any sort of controversy there, I don't think.
Yeah, just pulling us into a lobby now, Jay. So we've got everyone ready. It's just the players that we're waiting on. Shouldn't be too big a deal. Whew. So that first game, Jay, just big ups to Silent, who last week, both these teams actually last week just got completely smacked 3-0. Yeah, I'm just going to be harsh but true here. It's the way it is. So Silent Gaming being able to calm themselves down, really think it out, and then adapt. Like I said earlier, tonight for a lot of these teams is going to be about that adaptation of them being able to see all the way through that what they were trying to do was just going head to head with their opponents against the Monks, and then just Italy, like I said, moving downfield, near enough going to a cherry picker role. Silent went, okay, we need to stop focusing less on defense as we need to take the risk to go into attack. If we can just do one big attack, we can take this game. And who knows, they got 2 big attacks and it worked out for them being able to take game number 1.
Yeah, and those 2 big attacks really kind of exploited some of the lines that the Monks were having in their line. Again, I don't know how much that calls into question the chemistry of this squad, obviously. I was mentioning earlier how they've got a sub back into this one, and when you haven't got that mechanical skill, you do kind of rely a lot on that chemistry. It's the reason why teams like Complexity are so successful. Well, the old Complexity before Metanaris was kicked. That's the reason why that particular roster did so well, because that unit had been together for, I think, the better part of 2 years or something. It was something something insane, like all the way back from when they were like playing on
when they were wrestling eSports. Then so that would
this is delving very far back into like Rocket League history, basically. That particular squad. So it's the reason why teams like that are able to work so well together, because they don't really rely on the idea of subs, just that 3-man unit playing as a unit and being units in their own respect.
Well, we know that Sabo Muffin's coming in is a good caliber of player, so a great pickup as a sub. Because essentially, you need a sub, in a lot of ways, some people have to say is the best player in your team. It's a weird little logical bit to it, but it does make sense where essentially they've got to come on and pick up the role of any of those 3 players. Maybe some teams play that sort of static, everyone's an attacker, everyone's defender, the free full rotation. But some teams play with, I don't know, 1 main striker. Let's take Italy from the Silent side. You've got Syntax, who is more of a passer / he will finish off. And then, of course, you've got the last lad, Synox, who is a little bit of a mystery where he focuses on defense, but then will also do that 3rd rotation forward. So that's why Silent Gaming near enough usually focus on the attack. So today, where they're more defensive minded, is probably a strategy which they thought up going into this series. And it just seems to have not worked. So they're trying to back off that defense and go onto the attack, Jay.
Yeah, and it felt like that's how that first game really progressed. They were very, very cautious, playing towards the midfield, not taking all of the commitments all of the time. They just they just played passive, and they were waiting for the opportunities to come to them rather than trying to make their own lines. And then when they did eventually in that last minute and 30 seconds or so, then they started to really step things up, and it looked much more confident from the Silent side. So yeah, I mean, I totally agree with you. I don't have anything else to add to it. It literally is an observation of how the whole thing has gone to the Silent side. So the question is, how are the Monks going to be able to adapt to that? Are they going to play more defensively? Are they going to try and ramp up their own aggression? What do you suspect, I think, is the real question to ask right now.
I reckon we're going to see a lot of defensive play here coming from the Monks, and then those big breakout plays. We're going to start seeing this game turn into a tale of 2 ends where it's just all offensive pressure. So you know what I'm saying, the pressure where you're just hitting off the backboard and then suddenly it doesn't work and it flips all the way to the opposite side of the field. That's what I'm expecting to see come out here.
Well, game 2 starting up again. It's Silent in the blue, Monk in the orange, in case you have forgotten. Start things off with a lot of offensive pressure. Syntax shooting that right into the corner, and it's going to get denied. Italy's going to rotate just in time to deny on Defmonk's position, and Defmonk will not be allowed to score. So Italy back towards Syntax out here. Sabo bending on a quick defense rotation. Now back and forth. A very, very aggressive game coming up from both sides. Maybe Monks want to try and fight fire with fire. Shooting back towards the other half, getting the defensive together. Defmonk into the midfield where Sandmonk is going to try and fake it out towards the corner. Defmonk following through in Italy now. Going off this backboard, going to try and set up his teammates, but can't quite get into position in time. Doesn't matter. Syntax still putting that one on target. Denied by Sandmonk at the last hurdle again. Means that we can approach this first minute without a goal scored once again.
Look here as well about how the lads from the Monks are just trying to pop that ball up into the air in their opponent's end. It's because they're trying to still wait for time, get their teammates back. So the Monks actually are playing a bit more defensive here, even more so. So it's an interesting strategy. We're trying to buy time nearly there. We've got to be careful. You can't just stop straight in the middle of Matchday.
That's when Syntax and Co are going to be able to punish you, and Syntax and Cyanox certainly almost did right there. Really trying to take the defensive line without any boost. Unfortunately, does not work out for the Monk side. Again, as you were mentioning earlier, as you were just like reacting right there, it seemed like it was perfect. Oh, this is going to be perfect as well for Cyanox, set up by Syntax. What happened to the defensive there? The Monks, like, what?
Let it on by, and Defmonk couldn't reach in time. Cyanox, well done to jump on in, seeing the opportunity, but what? Even there on the opposite end, when it was Italy up in the air trying to go down the middle, no, you should have kept that close to the backboard. Near enough gone around the world, as I say, where you go around the whole wide edge of the pitch, because it's the safest strat. Going down the middle, you shouldn't have done. An opportunity was handed over to Monks, and then they didn't take it, and it was them responded with an opportunity to Silent Gaming. A really weird opening to game number 2.
Certainly a very weird opening, but it is a goal for Silent nonetheless. You can't contest that. They continue to play on to their advantage as we approach halftime now. Syntax setting up a nice, beautiful ball in Italy, and Cyanox, again, they've gone right to passive line. I'm kind of getting so concerned out here, but Cyanox will still put a ball on target, denied by the crossbar and the rest of the defensive, shoving his second player back out of the way. But at this point, Silent can kind of reel it back in a little bit, just fall back, just try and play a bit more defensive, because they've got the opening goal already, and that's really all you need to win this kind of a game. I just hope they don't, because that was how they kind of did fail in the initial part of that first game, and that could be the opening that Monks need to turn their aggression on and get the equaliser back.
Monks as well, just seen when they get those breakaway opportunities, they send all 3 men downfield. It's a little bit worrying, Jay. Again, overcommitments. We saw how that hurt in the last series. They've got to be careful. Again, it's all coming down to Muffins, not really the best Joe player on this squad. So the other two, Sabmonk and Defmonk, need to really start being aware of what he's doing and communicate even more about what they're doing, because it's not going to be as natural to this whole squad.
Sabmonk will try to see if he can step up his game right here with an aerial dribble. That won't go well. Defmonk also out in good position, chips it past Italy, and got some good aerial dribble positions off that backboard. Sabmonk can't quite take control, and neither can Saba, because obviously he was up with Defmonk, also trying to challenge for ball control, and the ball's going to go back to the favour of Syntax. He denies that one defender, but Sabmonk does rotate in time to chip it past away. So Italy up close and personal, point blank towards that box, will not be allowed a shot of his own accord. Forth will go. The ping pong starting to ramp back up once again. The Cyanox and Syntax breaking it. 2-1 pass. No, not going to quite happen again. Sadmonk realizing the situation and realizing the danger, and now going to set Defmonk back up for a counter-attack. Good shift back. No. Sadmonk couldn't get the redirect off that backboard. A perfect opportunity denied and missed by the Monk side.
God, but this could be good though, Jay. Oh, missed opportunity, and that ball lingers. Where's the follow-up from Italy? He went off to the side to go grab boost. It's almost like he's got a short attention span here.
Maybe just a short boost amount in his tank right now. Certainly would love to see the specifics on how that boost works out for his team. But 35 seconds on the clock now. Syntax honking it. Italy and Cyanox towards the mid position, 30 seconds once again remaining. Sabo has to try and set this up for his teammates, but no one, Sadmonk or Defmonk, both rotating back to try and get the defensive and try and get some boost back together. Running out of the fuel on the orange side of the pitch, and now running out of time, 15 seconds You're able to score the equaliser, take us to overtime here in game 2, and Syntax wants another goal. Italy to try and follow it up, almost getting it close. With Saba there to clear it. Now I'm going to clear it down towards the blue half of the pitch, will be successful. This one's on the floor. Syntax going to keep it away from any players in amongst side. Pitch back to the corner. This one touching the floor. Silent Gaming now on match point for game 2.
I can't believe we've got a chance to see another sweep here, Jay. 6 in a row is pretty damn impressive. But one thing I want to say as well, I love this new clubs update with Silent in front of all the players on Silent Gaming's side. I just want the Monks to do the same, purely because it'd be like James Bond, you know, Monk, Death Monk. That'd be quite a cool little thing, you know?
That would be nice. But
they've got to make that into a video.
Meanwhile, Muffin has changed his name to Muffin Monk, so that's fair. Saba Muffin, Muffin Monk. Indeed. But let's see whether that name change will do anything for the Monk side right now, because they need something to change right here. 2-0 down the series, up for another sweep. This will be 6 sweeps in a row for the TCS League, and certainly Syntax and Co are setting it up. Setting up an opportunity right now. Sandmonk with control, going to go good chip pass towards the shot. Cymax is going to be there to defend it instead. So once again, the backline defensive does come to fruition. He's going to be here to try and follow back up to support Syntax's good opportunities. Denied by Badmonk. Oh, sorry, Sadmonk, excuse me. Muffin Monk now with control. Good chip denied. Synox sneaks in the line and scores the opener for Silent.
Our predictions so far today, Jay, have just not been good. It looks like Silent wants to silent us here, as they are doing immensely well against this Monk side. And it's all because they're seeing these little gaps, these little errors come out from the Monks, and they're capitalizing upon every single one of them. They're also trying to force these errors, trying to force these difficult saves, like you just saw there against Sad. So they're playing just a very clever, calculated game.
Not even the open minute has ticked by, and Silent have already gained the early advantage. Now Monk's going to have to fight for the next 4 minutes to try and put this back in their control. Muffin Monk. Oh, that's bad chip. Oh, no! The angling was terrible for the Monks, in Italy will be happy to take a second goal.
Yeah, just look at that. Italy, even pinching it off Muffin Monk, intercepting straight down into net, and how do you save against that? That literally all occurred in the space of half a second. If you're a defender in the net, it's just like you put on ball cam and, oh, wait, the ball's in your net.
Not a very good sign right now for the Monks side. 2 goals now to make up, and Silent very good on the defensive line. And could very well easily take this 2-0 once again and put this up to 3-0 overall on the series. Things are not looking good for the Monk side. Good shot being set up by Sandmonk, denied as the Silent side realised that one's off the crossbar, so Syntax with control into the corner, can't quite get there. Synox by Sandmonk demoing Italy out of the equation, so that's an opportunity maybe open up for the Monks. They don't act quick enough, so they just can't seem to line up the team play in time. They remain at 2-0, favour to the Silent side. Still 3 minutes left. The Monks are going to have to work for this one really badly.
You can see they are working for it as well, Jay, with Sad going up there so early to get the block into midfield. They're starting to jump at the ball. They're trying to get super aggressive. And here, it's all you can do. You need that ball to just stay down to the Silent half and make sure it doesn't get anywhere near the Monk goal.
Control from Death Monk, and Muffin Monk going to be trying the supportive player towards the midfield. Good shot from Sandmonk, denied by Synox, Italy. Chip pass towards the corner. Syntax looking for control, and will be able to successfully get some. Now going for the 0 angle, but a little bit too far and a little bit too quick. So no player also take the mid position, and no one else to try and get towards the corner either. So 4 players on, back to the control of Death Monk, who is denied by Syntax, trying to put that one on target. Sandmonk misses a crucial shot, which actually could have been controlled for Synox and Co. And Silent Gaming could have certainly had their opportunities together, but I'm not going to exploit it. Give them a little bit of mercy. It's just still going to remain at 2-0 with 2 minutes on the clock. Monks, however, need to look a lot more coordinated right now. The coordination has been off, and that's going to punish them as we approach the last couple of moments. Muffin with a good shot. Italy there with the defense.
Monks need to start bringing out fakes in their attacks, because some gaming are just going for blocks. You know, they've got the lead. They don't need to get any more goals. So they're just going for those blocks. Bring out those fakes, remove that defender, and then you've got a free avenue to net monks. No.
Offensive. Oh no.
No.
Gee. Oh gee.
Massive
that sucks so bad. That really sucks so bad for the monks. You saw them, they started to turn up on the offensive. They were looking a lot more stronger. They were baiting out defenses. They were setting up good shots, just about denied by the defensive side of Silent Gaming, and then they just leave that all to leave a massive gap open in the defense, so that way we can put like a 3-0 on. How possible is this to come back from if you're the monks side, especially with Silent and Syntax in particular, putting 4 on the board now. This is looking very, very dire.
This is literally rubbing salt in the wound from Syntax here. Just no mercy. That goal just going off of mistakes, so of course monks are going to be feeling a little bit bad. And then Syntax just gets out that whole block of salt. You know, it's not just those little grains, no, it's a whole block, and he's just rubbing it on in. Just absolutely menacing from him.
1 minute to go, and maybe there'll be one more goal scored by Muffin Monk. All right, that's a good opportunity. A bit of a defensive mishap from the Silent side. There's still 3 more for this team to find, so South from death to Muffin. First will be on the board, but 3 more to go. This is still going to be, again, a difficult prospect for them.
I don't know. 1 minute is enough. Like I said, it's going to be super difficult for, and Muffin, Death, and Sad need to work for it. They've got to look for each other. They're not doing it enough. They're looking to put the ball into space for their teammates, but they're not communicating well enough to get it to each other. That's the big difference here, Jay.
Well, 45 seconds for them to go. Synox. Opportunity denied by Muffin in the mid-play area. Italy back to Synox. Synox still rotating back away to get some boost. This sets up an opportunity for Sadmark. Almost faking it out. Great play from Synox. He's just praising him right there. Muffin with a good shot opportunity denied by Italy this time. Defends 2 shots in total, and now keeps it back away towards the counter-attack. Oh no, Italy, please. Well, Synox will get here. Death Monk baited to the left-hand side. It's a 5-0 for Silent Gaming as they look to put game 3 to bed.
Yeah, this all now is just Silent Gaming buffing up their stats, just bulking them up, of course, as we go further into league play. Every goal here does matter. Who knows, it could be the difference if you go aligned on the win percentage. Silent Gaming, they've got the ruthlessness, they've got the hunger to win, and that is what has held them well above this evening in this matchup.
Well, that'll be it here for the monks. One more goal? Not quite. Not one for the road, not today. Nah. Silent Gaming a 3-0, and that's going to be 6 series in a row that have been clean sweeps so far here in the TCS League, and I'm not quite sure what to make of that, Bacon, at the moment, unfortunately.
I'm not quite sure to make of this. I just got up a thing saying new unlock, and it just says decal with the base decal. That's got to be a bug. I've never seen that before. That's really, really weird. But hey, I'm still amazed by that. But that's only half of the day gone, Jay. We've had 6 sweeps. I don't think the lads running TCS had budgeted enough rooms to be able to handle all this. So Arctic versus Elvets. That's a game which I'm pretty darn sure is not going to go for a sweep unless it goes reverse sweep. I don't know. I can't count on anything today, it seems. So who knows how this could go, really. But that'll be happening all after the break. Guys, don't go anywhere. This has been the TCS Esports League up in Digital Bacon, joined here by Switchblade Jay, and we shall see you after this break.